5 Amazing Ways Animals Help Us Treat Diseases. Animals have always been a massive part of medical research. They are most commonly utilized in clinical trials, where we test the effectiveness and safety of new medications before moving on to human trials. While animal testing is very crucial to the success of human medications, there are amazing lines of research involving animals in a less traditional sense. Some involve training animals to sniff out diseases, utilizing their body fluids for human treatment, or even using components of otherwise deadly venoms. Whether you are for or against animal testing, the things on this list will be sure to blow your mind. There are many stories out there telling the tale of how a pet owner noticed their dog acting strange around them. Upon further examination, they notice a lump or start feeling sick. After going to the doctors, they are diagnosed with cancer and have their dogs to thank for saving their life. But how does the science around this actually work? It can really be chalked up to one thing: dogs' amazing sense of smell. In our noses, we have olfactory receptors, which allow us to distinguish odors. The average human has approximately 6 million of these in their nose, while dogs have a whopping 300 million. This makes their sense of smell a lot more than just superhuman. It allows them to detect the slightest differences in the scents around them. What scent does a pet dog pick up on most often? Their owner, of course. Knowing this, it makes sense to think that dogs can even smell biological changes within us. How effective is this method in terms of catching cancer early? A study using urine from prostate cancer patients found that dogs had a 91% success rate in identifying the cancer. Maybe sometime in the near future, we'll see dogs used as a cancer screening method. Cats purring heals. This one is pretty mind-blowing. There is legitimate medical research that backs up the healing properties of a cat's purr. If there wasn't enough reason to own a cat, this should push aspiring cat owners over the edge. There are a couple frequencies that promote bone growth and healing. They are 25 and 50 Hz. These low frequencies also happen to be in the range of cat purring, anywhere between 25 to 150 Hz. Scientists hypothesize that the reason cats purr is to promote self-healing, using their own frequencies to help with any internal bone injuries. This would also explain why cats purr when they are under stress or in pain. The pressing question is whether it really benefits human bones as well. There is no scientific research directly supporting this theory, but many studies have shown that pet owners live longer. If cat purring was a contributing factor to this, that would be pretty amazing. Dolphins could make us super healers. Imagine getting a shark bite and not suffering that much for it. Shark bites may not be lethal the majority of the time, but we still have to go to great lengths to properly heal the wound. Stitches, antibiotics, and other measures need to be taken to ensure that the wound closes and doesn't get infected. Large injuries observed on dolphins, presumably caused by sharks, require no special attention at all to heal. Their injuries healed in only weeks, despite the wounds being significant. The dolphins showed no signs of intense pain or discomfort from their injuries, and no permanent damage was dealt to them. This strength of healing is unheard of in any human suffering from an injury of this magnitude. So how do dolphins do it, and how could this benefit us? Scientists suspect dolphins don't bleed or get infections due to their diving reflex, which diminishes blood flow. Natural antibiotics found in their blubber ensure that no life-threatening infections occur. Similar to the giant panda on this list, we can utilize these antibiotics as well as learn a lot from their amazing healing properties. Venom in high blood pressure. The venom of Bothrops jararaca, a Brazilian pit viper, can cause you hemorrhage, due to your blood being unable to clot, if you are bitten by it. This sounds terrifying, and the snake looks pretty terrifying, too. It comes as a huge surprise, then, that the venom of this deadly snake led to the discovery of the method used to treat another of America's biggest health problems, high blood pressure. If injecting this venom into you is deadly, how could this possibly be of help to us? The entire process is actually pretty revolutionary. Back in the past, medical researchers looked everywhere for the key to decreasing blood pressure. The Brazilian viper's venom gave us that key. ACE inhibitors, the current treatment for high blood pressure, were originally developed from a peptide in the venom. These inhibitors block receptors in our body that tell our blood vessels to constrict, causing high blood pressure. Zebrafish and metabolic disorders. In the United States, the vast majority of adults are either obese or overweight. In fact, 160 million, including both adults and children, are estimated to be overweight or obese. In an obese person's body, there is an underproduction of or lack of sensitivity to leptin, a hormone that inhibits hunger and regulates fat stores, and a decrease in the body's sensitivity to insulin, which regulates fat, carbohydrate, and protein metabolism. This is why obesity is considered a metabolic disorder, as hormones that regulate our metabolic system are being compromised. Proteins found in zebrafish have been used in clinical trials involving mice that are being fed high-fat diets. Using these proteins as drug injections protected mice from the causes of obesity, explained above as the lack of sensitivity to necessary metabolic hormones. If this could be applied to humans, this means that a simple injection could mitigate most of the harm caused by our westernized diets. The results are remarkable and have opened up a huge area of research for the treatment of metabolic diseases.